The stage is set.
Wipeout will set you free!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
I'm dying!
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, here as always with the McCartney to my Lennon, Mr. John Henson.
I like to think of myself as the Shirley to your Laverne.
Terrific. That works too. 24 regular guys and gals going to try and conquer the biggest, craziest obstacle course ever assembled.
That's right, Laverne. And the one contestant left standing at the end will walk away with $50,000.
But before anyone can claim the 50 large, they have to complete the Wipeout Qualifier.
And this week we have a special one. You wanted more balls, America. You got them.
An all-ball qualifier featuring the dirty balls, the sucker punch with, more balls, the always irresistible big balls, and finally, the ball swing.
Of our 24 fearless competitors, only those with the top 12 times will make it past the qualifier and on to the next round.
Handling things from down on the course, as always, the third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner.
Okay, thanks, guys. This is James Simpton. Now, he's our very first contestant of the day.
Jill spoke with James and his newlywed bride earlier.
I'm here with Willa and James, who are our first married couple on Wipeout. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Woo! What are you guys gonna do if you win the money? You gonna split it evenly?
Heck no, I'm taking it all. Are you kidding?
That's enough.
So,
I guess so.
wow, that's love.
Wipeout, I am your daddy!
Here goes James, first after the 50 grand, and falling over obstacles where there are none to be found.
Looks like newlywed James had some cold feet there.
But he is up, headed down the aisle for the first real obstacle, the dirty balls. The object here, jump on these balls to the other side. Oh! See, now that doesn't end James' Wipeout day. He just has to get up and get over to that other platform and try again. And back into the dirty balls.
Let's take another look at that. Here's some strategy for you. A face plant off the dirty balls into the mud.
Well, he is up and on his way now to our next obstacle. That's the sucker punch.
Let's hope his strategy of a light jog works out. Remember, only the top 12 times moving on.
Here, James needs to cross that narrow beam without getting socked into the mud. See how he does. Oh, brilliant. Let's take another look at that.
James, you may now kiss the bride. Brown James out of the mud. Don't worry, he's okay.
Headed up to the big ball. He has to get across the four big red bouncy balls to the other side.
Doing good, America.
See, it's all right, guys. It's totally fine.
Oh, man. Can I please see that again?
Here's James on the big balls, and there's James off the big balls.
Again, this doesn't mean his run is done, but he does have to swim over to that platform to get to the next obstacle, the ball swing. Now, James has to grab onto that big ball, swing across the water, and land on the finish platform. This should be easy.
Or not.
Did you see his face?
Sure did, Jill. It's the look of a man who's already been dragged down by the old ball and chain.
James finishes the course with a time of 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Let's see how it holds up against our next competitor, his dearly beloved wife, Willa.
Yeah, let's see if his better half can do. Well, I was gonna say better, but you can see why they're in love, John. They trip over all the same non-obstacles.
Here she goes. And Willa's dumped into the ball pit. John, what are those balls anyway?
This is our Wipeout training facility. If they eat right and drink milk, they'll grow up to be the big balls.
Here she goes. Ooh. See, it looks like she did better with the little balls.
Not like her husband James did much better.
Coming up to the ball swing now. Jill, you're down there. Give her some encouragement.
Come on, Willa, you gotta beat your husband.
Here she goes. Will she do it?
No.
Willa, a time of, wait, hold on. A time of 5 minutes, 14 seconds.
She may not have beaten her husband, but she did complete a very tricky course.
Wipeout will set you free!
Johnny, a lot of people approaching this course with reckless abandon today.
Or not.
Yeah, here's Jessica Waller, a bit more measured, giving the competition a change of pace.
I'm good.
And now a change of direction. The head start strategy on our dirty balls.
I guess now would be the right time to put on those 3D glasses.
All right, let's go over to daylight and the sucker punch. There's Jessica Horton.
Now, she's got a really interesting story. Never mind. Anyway, like I said, never mind.
Let's go over to the big balls, where we find 43-year-old Sean Kirby. He's one of the world's top-ranked competitive eaters.
Oh, my Yashi, that looked painful. Sean's so hungry to win, he goes back for seconds on that first ball.
Now let's go back to the top of the course with our next contestant, Jacob Mann.
Jacob, now what is your motto going through the course here today?
I'm laid back at lunchtime and I'm aggressive at crunch time. Let's get it.
All right, this is crunch time, right?
Crunch time.
Jacob the Man getting ready for punch time, flying over to the sucker punch wall.
Ooh, now it's crunch time, John. After that, Jacob may not be man he once was.
I feel for him. All right, headed up for the big balls. Oh, no! That's not funny, Jill. It's hysterical.
Absolutely.
See it again.
See that again. Now, that's something Jacob will be telling his kids about one day, if he adopts.
It appears Jacob's taking the all-ball qualifier a bit too literally.
Balls? Did somebody say balls?
Ouch!
Oh.
Ah! Oh! Jeepers!
Maybe 20-year-old video gamer Jeremy Olsen can conquer the big balls. He says he's here to prove that jocks have nothing on nerds.
Look at this! Our gamer achieving the near impossible here. Through those big balls clean and on to the next level.
Not bad for his first time outside.
One last obstacle. That's our ball swing. Very poorly handled there, but still making great time because of those perfect big balls. And at 1 minute, 14 seconds, Jeremy Olsen has the best time of the day.
Take that, jocks. The nerds are taking over.
Not if 20-year-old super jock Casey O'Farrell has anything to say about it. Time for a little revenge on those nerds, John.
That's the matchup. Nerds versus jocks. He is off, and look at Casey fly down the ramp.
He's carrying a football, lest you confuse him with a nerd, John.
Fumble! But don't worry, Casey. Plenty of balls to come. Sucker punch. Big balls. Casey coming up to that last obstacle, the ball swing.
Oh, boy, well, he gave it the old junior college try.
And despite falling off every obstacle, Super Jock Casey comes in with a time of 1 minute, 38 seconds. Good, but still behind Jeremy Olsen.
That's nerds 1, jocks 0.
You know, John, our new obstacle here, the ball swing, causing a ton of trouble today. Ouch!
Oh.
Beginning to wonder if anyone is going to conquer this thing today. Back at the top of our course, we have the extremely flexible Heather Lawrence. She looks confident and ready to attack.
Here she is giving Jill her strategy.
I'm gonna win Wipeout and have fun doing it.
Well, I'm gonna watch her and have fun doing it.
She's on the course now and a force to be reckoned with, John.
Wait a second. Are you watching what I'm watching?
Sorry, I guess I'm just buying into the hype, John.
I'm gonna win Wipeout and have fun doing it.
Yeah, this really isn't the competitive spirit I thought I'd see here.
Wait a second. What is this, John?
She's just kind of easing herself into the mud. We have not seen this before, ever.
I'm gonna win Wipeout and have fun doing it.
Ah, boo.
Heather continuing with the none is more approach.
I'm gonna win Wipeout and have fun doing it.
Heather, it's no fun for anyone if you don't even try the stunts.
I feel like an idiot.
Don't say that. You're not an idiot. You're lazy. There's a difference.
Now what's she doing?
I quit!
don't think of it as quitting, Heather. Think of it as winning the award for the worst contestant in Wipeout history.
The 24 contestants who began today, only the top 12 will move on to our next round.
And those who do will be one step closer to the grand prize of $50,000.
And the next eager contestant here on the Ball-O-Rama, 21-year-old Brandon Bermudez.
Horn means go, Brandon.
Giddy up, big fella. Go. Down prematurely, but you know what? He's up on his way to that first obstacle. Actually, he just created a new one.
That's right, John. We call it the right turn.
All right, well, he is up, and let's see if he can pull himself together for the first Wipeout sanctioned obstacle, the dirty balls.
Oh, this doesn't look good. He missed the first step.
Now let's see if he can pull himself together for the second legitimate obstacle, the sucker punch.
Well, that doesn't look good either.
Perhaps he can pull it together for the big balls.
Yeah, because everybody does great on those.
True.
This definitely doesn't look good. Changed my mind, John. That was awesome.
I think that's the best Wipeout yet.
I don't know, Jill. I think you may have forgotten about this guy.
I love this job.
It's great, isn't it?
Let's move back over to the ball swing, where we find 105-pound John Ames.
This guy's so skinny, I thought I recognized him from a game of Hangman.
Oh, the little fella done in by the ball swing.
John, all day, contestants have been trying different strategies on this thing. There's a jump and dump, the hop and drop, and the kicking ball thing.
Actually, John, those all look exactly the same to me.
Really?
Well, let's see if 24-year-old acrobat David Matz can change it up a bit. Earlier, he told Jill his key to conquering the course.
I've been training in Chinese acrobatics for a little while under Yinping Zhang.
All right, so what else can you do?
Wow. Watch your back, Cirque du Soleil.
All right, here he goes. Oh, and he made it. No, he didn't. Sliding off. John, I believe he's left his shoe there.
Okay, you have to leave not only your shoe, but your whole body up on the platform, David.
Sound advice as David dangles in the background.
But still, Chinese acrobat David Matz makes it up to the platform in 1 minute, 47 seconds. Jill's with our next contestant.
What's your strategy? How are you gonna win Wipeout?
My cunning good looks, my charm, and I reek of awesomeness, so yeah.
That was interesting.
Well, Richard told us he thinks vanity's a virtue.
Well, that would explain the half shirt.
Half shirt, full stride. He is flying to the first obstacle.
Oh, he makes the first platform. Dressed like Olivia Newton-John and ready to get physical. Physical?
Well, he's moving pretty well for being visually impaired.
Just as well. I don't think he wants to see what's next.
Ouch!
Oh. Fist on the wall. Who's the most swollen of them all?
Only a couple of people left here in our qualifier. Let's go back to the start of the course with our next competitor, Dana Jameson. Jill spoke with her earlier.
I'm down here with Dana, and she is our youngest competitor here today. Are you excited?
Yep.
Now, Dana, there's a wide range of competitors here today. Has anyone kind of frighten you or intimidate you a little bit?
No.
Dana, what about the big balls? Are you afraid of the big balls?
Negative.
One word, Dana, is coming up to the sucker punch wall. John, you think she'll make it through?
Negative.
Oh, takes a couple of big shots, but she's hanging on. Oh, now she's off. Doesn't that hurt?
Yup.
You know, John, young Dana's a model. Here she is trying some new poses on the big balls.
Work it, Dana. Work it. Show me sexy.
You like those techniques?
No.
Dana modeling the new line of fall. All right, now Dana going up to the ball swing. And she does about as well as everybody else, really. Still, with a time of 2 minutes, 16 seconds, Dana really tore up the course.
Yay!
Well, you know what they say, John. Actions speak louder than word.
Our final contestant on the qualifier is self-proclaimed weirdo Ben Kronberg.
I'm perfectly calm and everything is fine.
Jill spoke to him prior to his run.
$50,000. How much nerdy stuff are you gonna buy with that?
I am currently talking to this girl in Thailand, and I might be able to use $50,000 to bring her over here.
Oh, how romantic. Love comes to Wipeout.
Ben on his way to the big balls.
I love you, balls. I love you. Perfect.
Wow. And the big balls love him back. He's made it.
John, let's see if Ben has the same kind of chemistry with the ball swing. Uh-oh, I know that look. All right, you know what? Now it's getting weird.
He sticks the landing, the only one of the day, and finishes the course in 1 minute, 36 seconds.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that all you got? Is that all?
That was beautiful.
It certainly was. Do you need a tissue?
No.
You're all right? All right. Because our ball-loving weirdo, Ben, will be moving on. You'll see him again in the next round.
Well, let's take a look at who'll be joining him. We've got our nerd gamer Jeremy Olson, Chinese acrobat David Matz, narcissist Richard Gale, and teeny tiny John Ames.
Also moving on, one-word model Dana Jameson, Crunch Time's Jacob Mann, jock Casey O'Farrell, and competitive eater Sean Kirby.
Well, I hope our contestants are ready because the wipeouts are about to go from bad to better.
Because this week on the sweeper, they're gonna have to jump through a hoop.
Are we lighting it on fire?
No.
Lining it with knives?
Again, no.
Shooting it full of arsenic-tipped arrows?
Sorry, but no.
God, you're not any fun anymore.
A lot of people tell me that. It will be hard enough, however. Contestants have to stand on a 10-foot-high pole as the giant hoop swings around in a sweeping motion. They have to jump through that hoop, stay on the podium to stay in the game. Remember, crashing into the water, bad.
As always, the final 6 contestants will move on, and the last contestant standing wins a $1,000 bonus.
Let's get right down to the action.
And Dana with a little war cry as a sweeper begins.
Let's see how Jody Elliott in the first position handles all the hoopla.
Water!
She fails to handle it all, really.
Yeah, it's a quick ending for Jody's hoop dreams.
And that leaves us 11 contestants left standing. Oh, Jessica Horton takes one off the face.
Yeah, take another look, John. Ooh, Horton, here's a headache. I gotta admit, this looks a lot harder than I thought.
That is not easy.
It's certainly not easy for Richard Gale, who's the 3rd contestant to wipe out.
Yeah, I think our narcissist saw his own reflection in the water and became distracted.
So with 9 contestants left upright, we only need 3 more wipeouts before the final 6 can battle it out for that $1,000 bonus. Oh, Katie Graham loses her balance. And with the sweeper's arm getting higher and faster, it is knocking contestants off left and right. There goes Sean, and John Ames right behind him. Competitive eater Sean Kirby bites the big one and hits the water to wash it down.
Are we not gonna say anything about his socks?
Not a thing.
Okay, and after Sean goes down, John Ames decides to go really, really skinny dipping. Malnourished dipping, if you ask me.
We are down to our final 6 who are gonna hang out for the $1,000 bonus round.
And it seems most of the contestants have found a rhythm except for Casey the jock, who appears to be doing a Jacob Man.
It's a Jacob Man.
That's a Jacob Man. In fact, at this point, I think it might be a Jacob woman.
All right, well, we still have 6 people left standing.
Still be cooler if the hoop was on fire.
Maybe next season, John. Oh, Jacob Crunch Time Man goes down. There's a Jacob Man.
Yeah, as he predicted, John, for Jacob, it was
Crunch time.
It is crunch time, Johnny. We only need 4 more wipeouts before we move on. Whoa! Jeremy goes flying, and there goes Ben. Replay. I say give me replay.
Yes, outstanding. The nerd gamer Jeremy is out of his element. Being close to a girl surrounded by fresh air and sunshine means game over for this nerd. Then the sweeper, jealous of Ben's relationship with the big balls.
I love you, balls.
Decides if it can't have him, nobody can.
Running out of steam here. Yeah, for real.
Oh my God, I'm gonna hurt myself.
Sounds like the sweeper's taking its toll on the acrobat, the jock, and our one-word model. Oh, and there goes Dana. She's done.
Hey, Dana, I got one word for you. Ouch.
You and me, brother, you and me. Right here, right here.
So we're down to the final 2.
Come on, Dancing Legs, what you got? Come on, miss it, miss it.
Who will take home the $1,000 bonus? Will be jock Casey O'Farrell or the acrobat David Matz? It is our acrobat taking the plunge.
Cirque du so long, David Matz.
Yeah!
So Casey the jock will be taking home the $1,000 bonus and moving on with 5 other contestants.
Chinese acrobat David Matz, one-word model Dana Jameson, nerd gamer Jeremy Olson, our jock Casey O'Farrell, Crunch Time Zone Jacob Mann, and our ball-loving weirdo Ben Kronberg.
And of those 6, just 4 now move on to the Wipeout Zone and get a shot at the $50,000 prize.
Yeah, it's all pretty straightforward, except for one little thing.
And 2 words, Dizzy Dummy. Here's how it works.
For 4 rounds, contestants are strapped to the dizzy dummy until they're good and dizzy.
First, they'll face the slippery snakes, and the first person to the platform moves on to the Wipeout Zone. The remaining 5 get back on the dizzy dummy and do the barrel spill. One will advance from there, and when that is done, we spin again.
But as you know, John, we like to shake things up here, so to make this dizzy dummy extra challenging, we just gave them a very special lunch.
Had all this Mexican food.
Tacos.
Taquitos.
Burritos.
Sour cream.
I had a nice taco.
With a cup of concentrated Kool-Aid.
We're gonna be looking for all of that on the Dizzy Dummy. Back to you guys.
Sounds like a recipe for Wipeout Picante.
All right, the contestants are strapped in. Let's go down to the dizzy dummy.
Or, as it's known in Spanish, El Carrusel del Estúpido.
Round 1, slippery snakes are up. First to slither across, earning a spot in the Wipeout Zone. And here we go.
Welcome to the Dizzy Dummy.
Here we see Chinese acrobat David using a technique from Peking to avoid puking.
I think they're feeling that lunch come up.
Jill, that might explain the silence. My guess is they're trying to keep down the...
Burritos.
And the...
Sour cream.
And of course, the...
Nice taco.
And the dummies with full tummies are off. Dave in the lead praying he can see straight. The rest of the group hobbling dizzily behind, except for Jacob. David's first on the slippery snakes using the Yin Ping Zheng ancient technique of slippery snake.
But here come the rest.
Casey trying to catch him some nerd. Here comes crunch time. Yeah, that's not going to end well. Up at the top of the course, Dave looks like he's got it. The Chinese acrobat becomes the first to move on to the Wipeout Zone.
Guys, he's got it. Really, he's got it.
Bit of a pile up there on the slippery snakes.
Back at the beginning, Jacob is trying to prevent his own kind of pile-up.
I quit.
Hold on, what's going on?
Very bad motion sickness, and I feel like if you don't move, you're gonna get some taco on you.
Oh.
Jill, he's not kidding. You better move.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jill. And as Jacob saunters away, let's take a nostalgic look back at crunch time. Again, please. One more for the road.
So long, Jacob. Sorry you had to split.
So Jacob is out of the game, and we move on to round 2. 4 players remaining for 3 spots and a chance at $50,000. The barrel spill is up.
What would be the best food to eat before you get on this?
Nothing.
Well, that's the great thing about the dummy, John. You only eat once, but you get to taste it twice.
They are off. Dizzy Dana heads towards the wrong course, and gamer Jeremy leads the pack. Here comes Dana, Ben, and the hair-adjusting jock. Jeremy playing human Frogger, Ribbit.
Here comes the model looking pretty. Looking pretty bad at this so far.
Jock Casey tries to blitz, but here comes the weirdo. Casey jumps, misses. Ben jumping, also missing. Now they have to go back to the start and do it all over again. Meanwhile, at the top of the course, our gamer nearly home. Oh, and now dangerously close to finishing.
Here comes the model showing off this fall's dizzy dummy wear with life vest and matching helmet. Very slimming in the head area.
Jeremy still trying to kick his way to victory. Still anybody's game, though.
Except for those two, I can tell you that.
Jeremy's flailing around like a hooked trout. Here comes the jock. He smells nerd in distress, certainly, and he is primed to make his move.
Hopefully that's not his move.
Jeremy, sensing the jock's presence, kicks harder than ever. He either really wants the money or really doesn't want to go back in the dizzy dummy.
The scent of nerd chum in the water drives the jock into a frenzy, and he jumps.
The nerd, sensing that jock is there, kicks one final time, and he is up. Nerd gamer Jeremy will be the second contestant to move on to the Wipeout Zone. So the nerd makes it across, but our jock will have to spin again if he wants to go to the Wipeout Zone. There are 3 contestants, 2 spots remaining, and the slippery snakes are up again.
It's just the jock, the one-word model, and super weird Ben, who actually enjoys this.
And they are off and dizzier than ever. Dana trips over her own feet. Ben trying really hard not to go left. The jock is on. Thanks for playing. The weirdo's up, still going left.
Dana using her catwalk skills, literally on all fours.
But the guys are coming for her. However, Dana's on it. Dana's in it. Dana's stuck. But here comes the jock hoping for a power play. Dana is up. Casey's coming for her. But she's made it. Casey is too late.
So our last remaining girl, Dana, becomes the third contestant to move on to the wipeout zone.
I did it.
That's too many words, Dana.
That's actually a sentence.
That's more your speed.
And so we start the fourth and final round. 2 contestants remain, but only 1 ticket to the wipeout zone. The barrel spill will decide it.
You can really see the 4th round taking a toll on these guys. No one likes the dummy. Except super weirdo Ben.
And they are off, and at this point, barely standing. Jock Casey's world appears to be listing decidedly left. Ben's world also spinning to the left. Casey going for it, and he's still spinning to the left. Let's take a closer look.
Now, this may look pathetic to us, but keep in mind, after 6 minutes on the dizzy dummy, they're actually seeing this.
Ben playing it cautious, but here he goes. No. Now here he go. No. Here he go. No. Ugh.
Dude, go.
Yeah, go. There he goes. Oh! Well, that was worth the wait.
Our jock now wishing he had gone out for the high school barrel team.
Ben doing a very competitive backstroke. Casey's onto the 2nd barrel. Cautiously moves on to the 3rd. All right, next jumps the big one. A bold leap, tackles it. Wrong sport, but you know what? It worked. Who's going to complain? He's almost to the end of the course. Ben knows he's got to push it, which is why he pauses. Moves forward. 1, 2, 3 jumps. Weird landing there, but effective. Still has a chance. But here's Casey up and a desperate dive for home. Casey's in and becomes the 4th and final contestant to move on to the wipeout zone.
And Ben bids farewell with an awkward and lingering man hug. And so our jock, Casey O'Farrell, barely edges out super weird Ben Kronberg for the final spot in the wipeout zone, along with Chinese acrobat David Matz, one-word model Dana Jameson, and nerd gamer Jeremy Olsen.
It's been a day of some intense wipeouts, to be sure, heated competition, and great Mexican food.
Absolutely. But before one lucky guy or girl can walk away with $50,000, they'll have to face down the wipeout zone.
A wipeout zone made up of 4 stages.
It all starts with Killer Surf, John, where contestants slide down this 45-degree slope, and tonight, they're doing it bareback.
Then they're off to the barrel run, where they have to race up the ramp, jump over oncoming barrels. They'll have to get past a rope wall and onto the spinner, which tonight only has 2 entrances. Contestants jump onto it from one side and jump off it on the other.
After that, it's on to our series of trampolines known only as the launch pads.
4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home $50,000 richer.
Okay, up first is our Chinese acrobat, David Matz. Jill's with him now.
How excited are you to be here right now?
Whoa! I'm ready for this, and I'm taking it home.
All right, go take it home.
David used his high-flying acrobat skills to make it through the qualifier.
Right here, right here.
He was the next to last man standing on the sweeper and raced across the slippery snakes to nab the first ticket to the wipeout zone.
Our Chinese acrobat ready and poised to top of the wipeout zone. Tonight, remember, contestants going down strictly on their barebacks. On natural. David is off. Look at him launching himself into the killer surf. Like a lawn dart flying into the icy cold waters of the wipeout zone.
Excellent form, Johnny. Positioned himself well to go into the barrel run. He's already there.
Remember, he's got to work his way up this ramp while jumping over the barrels. The key, keep pressing forward. So far, so good for the 24-year-old.
I gotta say, though, John, it looks like this Chinese acrobat in training is backtracking. You'd think those skills would serve him better. Oh, he's off. That's gonna hurt his time. Take a look at this.
The acrobat now juggling the barrel run as well as produce. Now here's his 2nd go, already needing to make up time. 2 hits in a row. Jill, trouble again for David.
He is back off the ramp. He is back in the water.
All the barrels have been exhausted. I can't believe this.
3 minutes plus as he steps to the rope wall. He's got to tiptoe across that razor-thin edge there, holding on, and he is falling yet again. As we look at it one more time, another severe blow to the 24-year-old David Matz's time.
You got to assume there's fatigue setting in now after the swim off the killer surf and repeated falls off the barrel run. Now it's time for the spinner.
And he is on in one leap. Remember, he's got to make it to the opposite end from where he entered. He's going over the top of the spinner, looking good. Perhaps he can make back some of that time. But no, a bad exit strategy there.
Taking it right in the solar plexus. Take a look at that.
And remember, he's got to swim all the way back up to the spinner, and he continues to burn valuable clock with each of these falls. Back on and doing fine now, though. Extra tough on the spinner tonight. Is getting doused with water, very slippery, as he tries to make that 8-foot leap to the platform there. Here he goes. Much better the second time.
All right, standing between him and the end of the wipeout zone now, only the launch pad.
Again, bouncing from one to the next is the way it's done. We'll see how this acrobat does. This should be right up his alley. And it looks like it is so far.
Although he looks exhausted, he had 4 falls in the wipeout zone, and all that swimming has got to take a toll on 24-year-old David Matt.
Bouncing to the last launch pad. Any time saved here will certainly help. $50,000 on the line, and one last 7-foot leap in front of him. And David finally hits the tape with a time of 8 minutes, 27 seconds. But will that number hold up to survive 3 challenges?
Jill Wagner is down with our next competitor. Let's go down to her now. Jill?
Thank you, guys. I'm down here with Dana in the wipeout zone. Did you actually think you were going to make it to the end?
Yep.
John, would you like to see how our one-word model got here?
Yep.
Dana modeled her way through the competition, striking the pose of a fierce competitor from early on.
Yep.
She bested all of her female competition, becoming the only woman to make it to the wipeout zone.
Dana Jameson ready at the top of Killer Circle. The water is on, and she is off. Dana Jameson off the Killer Surf, our youngest competitor, our lone female. Her wipeout zone run underway. Let's take a look at that splashy entry. Up onto the barrel run now, doing well early, like David Matz, having easy time with the Killer Surf, but this was David's nemesis here, battling these barrels. He fell off twice. At this point, significantly ahead of David Matz's time. 2-minute cushion built up here, a minute for each of David's falls. Dana Jameson looking great right now. Onto the rope wall, remember, David took another fall here on this obstacle. Might have been fatigue, could have been a little careless. Oh, trouble now, though, for Dana Jameson, hanging on. And that takes a great deal of strength as she's pulling herself up.
Can she do it? And she makes it.
She steadied herself through the rope wall, now well ahead of David Matz's pace at this point. And onto the spinner. No! Remember, she's got to go from one end to the other. Taking the long way around here. David Matt's different strategy went over the top of the center. But Dana's technique paying off. Our top female competitor. Less than 2 minutes. A great time here with only the launch pads to go. But unable to hold here. Never gets a good grip on the netting. Slides down into the water. Forced to go back to the start of the launch pads. Bouncing up and down. Now took a hit to her time. In the drink again. A fall going to that second launch pad.
Where did it all go wrong? Take another look. Perhaps the launch pads will be her nemesis, as David Matz's was a barrel run.
2 falls already, and now needing to stay clean. She's wasted a lot of her lead. On her way to the 3rd launch pad. Makes her jump. Will she do it here? Again, looking for a quick time here. The time to beat 8 minutes, 27 seconds of David Matz. If she can pull herself up, she will take over the lead for sure.
And a final 7-foot leap is all that separates her from a potential $50,000 payday. And she does it.
An impressive time despite the launch pad trouble. 6 minutes, 26 seconds.
Wiped out, baby!
Dana Jameson beats out David Matz to grab first place. Now, will this one-word model be the first female Wipeout champion? We are in the second half of the Wipeout zone, and one-word model, Dana Jameson, is currently holding down first place.
Jeremy Olson, our nerd gamer, is on deck now. Let's take a look at his quest for the $50,000.
Jeremy used a cunning mix of brains and brawn and video game logic, racing across the big balls to first place in the qualifier.
He conquered the barrel spill and proved that nerds are people too when he kicked his way into the wipeout zone.
Now Jeremy Olsen's turn to try and unseat our young model, Dana Jameson. There's the horn, and he is off. 6:26 the time to beat. Down the killer surf at a good 20 miles an hour into that bone-chilling water of the Wipeout Zone.
A quarter turn there on the finish, moving up now to the barrel run. Remember, this obstacle was the downfall for David Matz.
Jeremy's struggling a bit too there in the middle. Starting to get backed up a bit. There are 4 barrels stacked up against him now, pushing him backwards. He's going to just need to plow through here the best he can, managing to work his way finally through that log jam.
Our video gamer having trouble getting back onto his feet. Unfortunately, no joystick to help him here, John. This game is real.
Now onto the rope wall, and he's sort of white-knuckling it here. You know, the arm muscles tightening up from that strain. See if he can hold on. Loses his footing now, dangling, and he is gone into the water. Critical seconds lost down there with him. A great replay shot from our camera on the rope wall as he goes in.
And now waterlogged Jeremy Olsen trying to battle his way back through the rope wall. I gotta tell you, it doesn't look good, John. He's spent.
This is like doing 25 or 30 pull-ups, and he has dropped yet again. Another costly hit to Jeremy Olsen's time. We take another look at that fall that has put this gamer in a big hole. A long way to go. Very little time left to do it.
And speaking of time, John, our lone female competitor, Dana Jameson's time of 6:26, starting to look very good right now.
Just approaching the spinner. Ruined so many contestants' chances here in the Wipeout Zone.
Why are you here?
Why are you here indeed, Jeremy? Camus and Stopper thought the same thing earlier on the Wipeout Zone.
Let's see if Jeremy can make it across. He has to be almost flawless at this point, so he better hope for a good, successful leap here. Here comes that leap off and catches a bit of the platform and ricochets into the water. There is no way he comes back from this. No chance now to get under Dana Jameson's time, and we're just going to listen for that horn coming at 6 minutes, 26 seconds.
There it is. Stick a fork in him. He is done.
And he has to be disappointed. You see him shaking his head there. Jeremy Olsen's day is done. But it could still be a $50K day for Casey O'Farrell, the final challenger to Dana Jameson in her time of 6:26.
Let's take a look at how Casey got here. Casey the Jock O'Farrell went all balls out in the qualifier. He took home a $1,000 bonus when he was the last man standing on the sweeper.
And when he barely squeaked by the dizzy dummy, it put Casey within striking distance of our $50,000 payday.
Now remember, Casey's got to beat your time in order to win that $50,000.
Yep.
Jill is down on the sidelines with Dana Jameson looking to be our first female winner here on Wipeout.
Casey O'Farrell's shot at $50,000 is underway. Off the killer surf, we take another look. No inner tubes or sleds today. Just lay back and let it go.
Barebacking it, John.
Up onto the barrel run, which has challenged all 3 of our competitors to some degree today. Let's see how Casey will handle this.
So far, our jock living up to his reputation as he is just getting after it on the barrel run.
Again, this is a man who won the sweeper bonus, so trying to make today a $51,000 payday. Onto that rope wall now, and again, this has ruined many of our competitors.
That's right. David Matz took multiple falls on this obstacle, but Casey, no problem.
No, over to the spinner in a fabulous time, about a minute and change. He leaps and onto the spinner safely. Where'd he go?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the spinner eating him alive.
Casey O'Farrell, a slave to the latex.
You know, John, that latex curtain actually saving Casey. On our regular spinner setup, he'd be in the water and swimming and having to fight to make up time. Now, just trying to make that 8-foot leap. Oh, and he is off.
No.
That will help the cause of Dana Jameson, who is the only person to make the leap off on the first try. That is a setback to Casey for sure, but how much depends on how quickly he can recover here.
And again, Casey O'Farrell trapped up in the latex there for a second, but he makes the jump.
Now, between Casey and $50,000, 2.5 minutes, 4 launch pads. And he immediately takes a header. Take another look as the clock now starting to put a squeeze on Casey.
I'm nervous. I don't even want to laugh.
Dana Jameson, our 18-year-old model on the sidelines, you know, she'd love to cash that check if Casey O'Farrell can't step up.
Back working the launch pad and bounces right up to the next one. That is a great move and one that may actually secure victory. He can just secure himself atop this last trampoline
one more 7-foot leap to $50,000. Can he do it?
Absolutely, and with almost a minute to spare. So with a final time of 5 minutes and 30 seconds, Casey O'Farrell, tonight's Wipeout Champion. Well, that will do it for us. Be sure to join us next week when, as always, 24 new contestants will take on some crazy new obstacles. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.